Ooh, he's looking rough today. Good morning, everyone. I decided to. Oh, I see a neighbor. What? I decided to come out earlier because the bees. Like the hairs on my arm just stood up. All right, bird. Um, because it's like it's early enough that maybe all the bees are still asleep, or the little Macavians, um, faux avians, Favians. And so sometimes I'll come out later because I'm like, oh, they went to the hive because, they finished a job, a day well spent, and they're chilling for the rest of the evening. I know if I come out around like 2, that's when it seems like there's more activity. Or that's when it seemed like it last year. Anyway, I had the same sort of vibe in a dream last night. And for the last 2 lunar eclipses, about a few days to a week before they came in, I would be able to sleep for 3 hours at the most. Literally look at the clock, 3 hours had passed, and then 3 more hours. But tonight and last night, my sleep has to have been a lot more broken up than that. Like, I haven't looked at my phone, or I didn't check my phone as much, because if I did, I would have wrote down these dreams. Because I was like, I literally just talked about this like yesterday. But if I do that, then I'm gonna have to like wake up a little bit more, and I'm not. Look at all those little birds. I don't think I can switch the orientation of this after I begin recording. That's fine. Um, but I woke up a lot. Like, I remember waking up and being surprised that it wasn't light outside yet. And again, it was a similar energy of like, it's almost like not paying attention to the right thing. And so while I've been focused, or my thoughts were somewhere else, something else was happening. And again, it was a little bit of that energy of like it should be here. Like I'm expecting it. Like I'm waking up expecting it, but it isn't yet here. And then when I wake up later, it was like, oh, like that happened faster than I thought it would, or something. And for a second, it reminded me of something that I said recently. I feel like it reminded me of something about the light in the dark, but I don't remember. And I'm also gonna do the Hermit spread because the Hermit came out when I did ISKI, or ISK1, next to the Keeper. And yesterday, I was with my grandma like all day. I thought we were gonna go to the grocery store. I was with her from like 1:50 to like 7:20, 7:30. And I was low-key like, oh my gosh, like my feet hurt. But I was thinking about the Hermit for some reason. And I did say yesterday, I believe, like we're creating constellations within our own darkness, internally, like these sort of self-constellation energies. And then I saw someone did an unboxing video. At first, I thought it was Eric Sonia again. I was like, girl, like, I thought you said you wasn't gonna buy decks like that. I'm sorry, girl. I ain't trying to call you out. I just assumed it was her. But it was someone else, and it was the Luke's X Umbra deck, apparently. And it reminded me of the Luke's X Tenebris, light from darkness, but Luke's X Umbra is light from shadow. Or like out of shadow light. Just like Luke's X Tenebris can be out of darkness light. I was like, I should do that Hermit spread. Now, the Hermit spread is still in like yellow and orange on a white background because I've been redoing the spreads and I've been typing up I showed them briefly here, the things, and I haven't made it there yet. but that one is actually next. So, or it's not next, but it's the next one I have done because I apparently forgot about strength, girl. So the strength spread is not done. And I'm also getting up to where I left off. So I'm gonna have to start building them again because, you know, I'm starting to catch up to what I've done before, which is fine. And also, I looked at this other tree yesterday, and it seems like this one actually, and you can tell in the picture a little bit that I used for the thumbnail, it seems like this tree has a lot of like longer branches that don't sort of like bud out too much. Like this other one, I'm looking at like, there's this one patch of just like dead branches and they're like cracked off. I don't know, it's probably like due to wind and stuff. And my mom was saying that she wants to get the dead branches removed. But a lot of these, like, they have so many offshoots. And I guess it could be that energy of like, if you energetically have your hands in too many pots, or if you can't, within your own energy, sustain, I guess, a frequency anchor for the things that you want or for the things that you've manifested, then they can die. It was just like that yesterday. It was like if your branches grow out more than your roots, then your tree is going to struggle to provide enough nutrition for all that it has now. And it can also make it a little top heavy, I guess, if there is a strong wind and it isn't anchored that deeply into the ground, or it isn't anchored sufficiently, then it can like be uprooted. So anyway, I'm gonna do that later. I'm gonna go back to sleep. I woke up, I had to use the restroom, TMI, and I was like, I might as well do this. Before I started, like I literally sat down and started immediately, and I heard a little bit of a, but it hasn't been like buzzing around me, so I think we're cool there. It's like, all right, let me check you out. All right, you all right? I'm going back to sleep. How long you gonna be out here? Now, if it comes back, then I know that it wants me to go back to sleep too, but this is over. And again, I feel like it was something else. In these dreams and then like waking up with these feelings. But yeah, I don't know what it is about this lunar eclipse compared to the last two that I'm just like not sleeping through the full night. But I'm waking up a lot more than I did the last two times. So, yes. All right, well, that's all I wanted. Ooh. I've been seeing blackbirds all over town. And I've just been noticing how like iridescent their heads are. They're like, you know, that fly iridescent color. It's like a blackish green. It's like a black, but it has an iridescent green. I was like, oh, okay, work. Or whatever these birds are. I don't know. They're dark, so I assume they're blackbirds. All right. Well, that's what I got. I hope you have a good whatever whenever you see this, and I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. And if I have those dreams again tonight, I will reach for my phone and type in the journal app what I'm feeling so I can more accurately remember it. But that was more the feeling tonight, I feel like. It was more like expectation. But there was something else. I don't know. Literally right before I grabbed my phone and I came out here, I was like, oh, it was like this. But I can't remember. Oh well, it'll come to me when it comes to me. I guess when I decide to stop being lazy. But is it being lazy if I'm asleep and I'm still sleepy because it's still the middle of the night? I would say no, because sleep is important.